Dealing with workplace drama. Let's rap about it.
This is Bars at Work, where leadership and personal development meets hip hop. I'm Bajoy Phillip.
And I'm Javen Ferrer. Bars stands for dope lyrics. Every episode, we drop bars about a topic.
Then we break them down for motivation and insights that you can apply in your work.
So let's get started with this episode, conflict.
Bars at Work. Let's talk conflict. Riddle me this. You a smart man. Now tell me, what's the conflict? Man A beats man B. What he accomplished? Employer beats employee. He didn't see that coming from his one-on-one with open feedback. When faced with opposition to your mission, how you respond adds up and makes all the difference. For instance, are they friend or foe? That's step one. If you know a person's for you, respect and give them some. Step two, step through the barrier of your mind state. I don't even hear what you're saying. I want it my way. My idea is the best. Contest, I'm getting irate. I'm coaching you. Believing the wise ain't really blind faith. See, it's really chilly, frozen where you find hate for their opposing view, like they're opposing you. But the leader who ain't a seeker of collaborating truth will be lonely at the top, and your latter days is the proof. In your career, up the ladder, had to raise the roof, but bang your head on the glass ceiling and it only shatters you. So breathe just a little bit, it impedes just a little bit, but conflict has power to teach you, like this riddle did.
Ooh, bars at work. I love it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I love it. So, Jay, you know we have to break this one down. And I've always admired your lyrics because you pack so much in it. And so this might just have to be a longer session here. But conflict, something that we experience all the time. We see it in our workplace. We see it in our entrepreneurial endeavors. All of those things. Conflict is part of the process. And how we deal with this is so important. So give me a little bit of background. How you came up with this, what was in your mind as you start to create these bars.
Man, appreciate the sentiments, my brother. The feeling is mutual. I always admire the stuff that you write, man, and we've always had this healthy competition going back and forth.
Absolutely.
Which is a fantastic segue into answering your question. Conflict. I think no one's ever grown without some sense of conflict, right? If you want results in your body, your muscles and stuff, you got to put them through something, right? And it doesn't feel good. So conflict to me is always been a blessing after the fact, because when you're going through something, you don't realize it when there's problems in the workplace with a person and you have a difference of opinion. Most of the times we're not aware of that type of stuff until afterwards, and we can see in hindsight that it was actually a good thing. So over the course of the years, I came to understand that, hey, I need an indicator when there's some type of conflict going on. I need to be aware of it so that I can approach it intentionally rather than after the fact or having some fallout and things that I got to go back and repair. So I figured, you know what, let me write a piece about this, because it comes from all different angles, right? From and I mentioned it, we'll get into it, but from a team member, from a manager perspective, from a senior executive, at every level you experience conflict, and you need to know how to manage it.
Man A beats man B. What did he accomplish?
It's like that epic movie, right? You have this figure versus this figure, right? You could perceive it as good and light, or light, darkness, whatever. And they're pinned against each other from the onset. You have opposing thoughts about whatever it is. So I wanted to kind of set the stage with, hey, you got man A and man B. Man A beats man B. So what really is the outcome of that? Because a lot of times when we have an objective or we have an initiative that we want to do, the way we often approach it is, I need to get X done. And we don't often consider the counterpart, whether it's a person on a team or whether it's a negotiation, right? And there's a concept that, I'm starting to develop right now called the three-way tie. That's just a brand that I put on it, but it's been long talked about having a win-win situation. Mm-hmm. If you win and I win, we all win. So to me, that's three of us winning. And if we all cross the finish line at the same time, that's a three-way tie and we have all won. But when you have two people that have opposing views and they're fighting one another, you're not going to have a win-win situation. Somebody is going to lose. So that's the point of setting that up, to say, hey, let's get this imagery of these two people that are trying to both win. How you approach it is what the difference maker is going to be.
That's such a key point, and I want to keep us moving. But that idea of conflict, having a mindset, is it about winning or is it actually about that collective win? And so that's awesome.